Hello everyone, welcome to a new Fallout 76 video. Today I wanted to show you guys my Bloodied power armor build. I really like this build because not only can you do pretty good damage with it, really good damage with it, you're also, you can survive really well. You're pretty tanky and you're able to do a lot, all while being bloodied and having low health. So first let's go ahead and take a look at the perk cards. Alright, so in strength, we have all the heavy gunner perks, because I am using heavy guns for this. Bandolier, to help with ammo weight, and blocker. In perception, we have glow sight. Glow sight is just, it's helpful for glowing enemies, and don't really need a lot of points in perception. We're in power armor, and we're using heavy guns, so we're not vatsing pretty much at all. In endurance, we have Life Giver. I like using Life Giver sometimes, it just gives extra HP, so that 20% mark that you're trying to be under for bloody builds, it gives you the option of having more HP at that 20%, so it's helpful for staying alive. Fireproof for explosions and flame, and Radical. It's nice just for carry weight. In Charisma, we have Inspirational for extra XP while on a team. Strange in Numbers because of the mutations. Hard Bargain, it's kind of a filler card. Travel Agent, and Tenderizer for a little bit extra damage. Hard Bargain is a filler card because I wanted my Charisma at 9 on this character so I can share rank 3 cards and below. You need 3 points of charisma for every rank of a card in order to share it. In intelligence, we have Nerd Rage, because we're bloodied, so you definitely want Nerd Rage. You have Stabilize, because we're in power armor, so that ignores armor and improves accuracy quite a bit. Batteries included. This allows me to carry around however many fusion cores I need or want to. And Power Patcher. Power Patcher is, to be honest, completely unnecessary to run regularly because power armor does not break very fast to begin with, but it also makes it cheaper to repair when you do have to repair it, so I just run it to have a little bit higher intelligence. Also, batteries included, you could swap out with, I believe it's called Power User, and Power User makes fusion cores last longer. So if you only want to carry around a couple of fusion cores, you can use Power User, and it kind of evens out. It's entirely optional, and it's up to you. Agility, don't need a whole lot of agility because we're not going to be super agile in power armor. So we just have 3 agility, and then I put Action Boy there in order for a little bit faster AP regen, so that it does help a little bit with sprinting. In luck, we have Bloody Mess, so we get more damage. One Gun Army, it's a nice heavy gunner perk, gives you a chance to stagger and to cripple limbs. And Ricochet, Class Freak, and Starch Genes because we're running mutations. Alright, and in legendary perks, we have Luck, Power Sprinter, so if you want to sprint, it uses fewer action points, which is kind of nice. Electrical Absorption, and it says a 10% chance enemy energy attacks recharge your power armor's fusion core, so another thing you might not need to carry around a lot of fusion cores because it'll charge it. But what this also does, and it doesn't say on the card, but it actually heals you as well. So anytime you get hit with a laser weapon from robots or a laser rifle with, super mutants or raiders or whatever, there's a 10% chance it'll recharge your fusion core, and it'll also heal you as well. Endurance, Funky Duds. I like to have poison resist. If I'm in a power armor, full suit of the same matching armor set, it includes power armor. If you have a full set of power armor, Funky Duds will apply, and that damage resist is really nice, even at just 1 star. And then Survival Shortcut to help out with replacing food and even stim packs. Now the nice thing about being in power armor is you can carry around stim packs and spam them. There's no animation, so essentially, as long as you're paying attention to your health bar, you almost should never die. And being in power armor alone, it gives you the advantage of some nice damage reduction. Let's take a look at the gear now. We'll start with the power armor pieces. So I'm using an XO1 set. Really, you can use any power armor set, and it'll be, you know, very useful. You could even run around an excavator, to be honest, and it would work just fine for you, especially if you can get some good legendary pieces on it. I only have one legendary piece on me right now, and it's nothing special. I just found it, so I threw it on there. And it gives a little bit more rad resist, and it's mutant, so I get some extra damage and energy resistance. Nothing special, but it's there. For both legs, you want to do calibrated shocks. It increases the carry weight by 50. This is nice just to have extra carry weight when you're running around in power armor. Excavator has the highest carry weight of all the power armors, and it's definitely nice, but it does offer less protection. Again, though, you could make it work very easily, especially considering that you can spam stim packs very, very easily. And the arms, you don't need to do anything with. I never put any mods on them. They don't have anything very useful if you're using guns and power armor. The helmet, I put sensor array on, perception 2. It's really not that much of a help, to be perfectly honest. And especially if you're trying to use VATS in power armor, it's going to burn through fusion cores insanely fast. So I don't recommend using VATS while using power armor. Personally, not my thing. In the torso is going to be the most important part for a Bloodied power armor build, because you want to put emergency protocols on it. And what this does is, let's see. I want to see if I have a power armor station. I think I don't have a power armor station yet on this character. I've just put this together with this character. But basically what it does, we can take a look here. Emergency protocols says, all it says here is it increases move speed. It also increases damage and survivability. It gives you more damage reduction, and it just makes you incredibly powerful. And that is on top of Nerd Rage. So even Nerd Rage doesn't show everything that it does. It just is AP regen and damage resist, but it also gives you extra damage bonus. As you can see from the card here, 20% damage. So regardless of the set that you're using, you can put emergency protocols on the chest, and that's going to be your most important mod for the power armor set if you're Bloodied. So again, you can use any set of armor, and you can easily make it work. XO1 is really good if you have it unlocked, the I believe it's T65, the Secret Service power armor. It's really, really good. But really anything will do. If you're concerned about carry weight, go Excavator and you'll still be fine. Just, keep an eye on your health bar and carry stim packs, or carry around a vampire's weapon. Which, speaking of, let's go ahead and take a look at our weaponry. So, speaking of vampire weapons, I have this vampire cryolator. It's not great with range, but it serves its purpose pretty well. I tend to use it in daily ops a lot, and so it works pretty well there because it tends to be fairly close range stuff anyways. And that health regen, because it hits so fast, that health regen is really, really good. It actually does pretty decent damage too. 78 doesn't sound like a lot, but coupled with the fire rate, also if you're aiming, I have that damage bonus. It's pretty nice. I'm carrying around this because of the 90% reduced weight, so it only weighs 1.23 pounds, which is super nice. I was carrying around a faster fire rate Vampire's minigun for a while, but that thing weighs, I think, like 20-something pounds. So I swapped it out with this, and I've actually been pretty impressed with this. It also looks pretty cool when you're carrying around in power armor. It just looks pretty awesome. I'll show you. Oh, no, still within my base. Sorry. Alright. Yeah, I just think it looks pretty cool in power armor. It's a big, bulky weapon, so it's fitting. Alright. Now we'll look at this. This is just a 1-star Bloodied 50 cal machine gun. It does pretty decent damage, though. And, you know, it's got good fire rate. If you can get something like an explosive, obviously an explosive Bloodied 50 cal is, you know, I think people consider them god weapons or whatever. Definitely good, especially if you're using, you know, Demo Expert, which I don't have Demo Expert on here. I don't even have Gunsmith on here. So, you know, that's entirely up to you. Another good faster fire rate would be kind of nice for the 50 cal. Something like that. But if you're concerned about fire rate, you can also find something like this. A Bloodied, faster reload in aiming, damage while aiming, light machine gun. Light machine guns are super nice, does 136, but it has insanely faster fire rate. I like the light machine gun a lot because of the damage and fire rate that it does. It's also really, it's quite accurate. So this is the 50 cal, and you can see, even zoomed in, that's about how far it goes in. And then this is the LMG, and oh, it completely goes away. Let's see. But you can see it's nice and tight, the crosshairs there when you're zoomed in. And in combat, it's a lot more accurate than the 50 cal. The downfall to the light machine gun is it only holds 75 rounds, as opposed to the 250 in the box mag in the 50 cal. And I would say the 50 cal does reload fairly slow, and the LMG reloads decently slow as well. The nice thing is this does have the faster reload legendary effect, so that definitely helps. All right, let's head over to let's do West Tech this time, and let's kill some enemies and show these weapons off a little bit. Okay. Alright, let's start with just the LMG here. So as you can see, it has insanely fast fire rate, and it just shreds everything around it. Alright, let's go ahead and pull out the 50 cal. Does slightly more base damage. It still shreds pretty well. It does. You can even see just by the tracers of the rounds that it's not quite as accurate as the light machine gun is. All right. Now let's pull out the cryolator and test this thing out. Not bad. Oh yeah, another bad thing about the cryolator is it does have a very low capacity. It's only 25 rounds. So as you can see there, it took a whole magazine to take out that super mutant. Now it does help if you can land critical hits, of course. Another nice thing is it does actually slow down enemies too. That can be kind of helpful. in some of the daily ops. Like I said, I tend to use this in daily ops, and it can be helpful for the super fast. If you get the super fast mutation effect on enemies, it can be kind of nice. Doesn't do terrible damage. I still think I like the Vampire's Faster Fire Rate minigun better. You know, if I'm going to be using a Vampire's weapon. But this is nice because of the reduced weight, and it's still a very decent weapon. So all around, not too bad. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.